this is the whole demo part, right? This is what we say during our, the 8 weeks onboarding service. We
Mm-hmm.
do go through this kind of journey, right? And the next ticket, actually, I'm the one, as the product owner right now. So I'm gathering the people, collecting the feedbacks. We're still
Mm-hmm.
doing the improvement, right? All that kind of stuff, right? To help you really get it onboarded, right? To
Mm-hmm.
really make sure you'll be able to use this. And I right now I'm still like tweaking, try to find that golden template, right? One template rule them all. But I
Right.
found out all kinds of nuance. And also this is kind of like a people have a different belief system, how tickets should be dispatched, and people have some history. We don't want to go in and say, hey, change everything, right? We
Right.
want to, how can we, like people like assign ticket. In the next ticket world, we don't assign ticket to the technician. Why assign the ticket if they're not going to do it right now,
Right.
right? But we say, hey, if you really want to assign it, we're not going to stop you, right? If you took 5 minutes, think about the ticket and assign to someone, we'll make it a little bit more important. Some companies say, no, 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 it's not a little bit more. We only want the technician working on their assigned ticket first. Okay, change that 1,000 to 100,000 to 1,000,000.
Yeah, but
Then
even
guess
but
what?
even but even in that case, Daniel, let's say you did continue to assign, where next ticket manager would still help the technician is
Exactly.
looking at his queue of 10 tickets that he has assigned to him and figuring out which one he should work next.
Exactly. Right. The 10 assigned ticket, they're all same, but the rest of
Yeah,
them
yeah,
is
yeah.
still working. The CEOs, the
Right,
MR, right? So
right.
that's why we say we divide this one is after a while people are like, oh, I got it. So we're
Yeah.
not here to say change everything you do. It's
Mhm.
add on, right? You
Yeah.
pile on, you keep pile on. It just approaching to the perfection, right? More and more. The more rules, the more fine tuning.
Right.
But you don't have to, tune everything. Yeah, it's how many nines, right? Two
Yeah.
nines is already good enough. Three nines is even better. Five nines is awesome, but you don't need a 5 9 to start using it.
Right.
Yeah. So this is so we have people. Some of them only use one PSA dashboard.
Mhm.
They only two people. We have a small company says, oh, I only have 3 technicians. I'm gonna pay you
Right.
$60 to use the next ticket. Or just attendance, we're fine. We try to be inclusive, right? As
Mhm.
you know, my experience, my goal to say as many people using it, but of course, we also need to make money.
Of
So,
course.
we have also the bundle, right? The bundle, we have this one. If you have one-man shop or two people, we give you pretty much for free, other than you cannot create the stuff, right? We give you some
Mhm.
read only and a couple bots. But then, we have this middle level and the professional level. The professional
Mhm.
level, as I earlier said, right, from the pay nothing, just testing it, to this is all in, right?
Mhm.
So compared to this two, this one we give you full integration. So you want to test it, test for integration, some bots, right? We do charge for the onboarding, and we include a 2 hour concierge service. Actually, we make
Mhm.
more money from this one compared to this one because it's
Mhm.
concierge service.
Right.
Concierge service we include if you say, hey, I've been screaming at this tech 5 times last 3 weeks. Can we create a new bots for that? Right?
Mhm.
So we'll work with you to create a new dataset widgets dashboard of the bots, right? Because
Right.
act as your data analysts, right? So this is unlimited. For the startups, we include 2 hours and charge more. So some people want just test it, or some like, oh my God, this is awesome. I want every software, have that. I want the bots
Mhm.
chasing to make sure people are doing what they do, right? So
Right.
that's the different package. And as I mentioned, right, let me see. I thought this one is refreshed. So all the agreement, yeah, agreement is month to month.
Mhm.
We
No
don't
long-term commitment.
we don't want to put a casilla on you, right? Yeah, there's no long term commitment, and you guys use the baggage. We do the free migration, right? You give us the people give us they set up an admin account, and here's the 10 dashboards we're using. We recreate those 10 dashboard. You look at them, oh, they all look same, they work same. And now you can create bots or start making modification or integrate with your, any other stuff, right? And we
Right.
have a 90 days unconditional money back guarantee. We would love you give us explanation if you pull that one. But if you say, no, I don't want to tell you, you look ugly, so I'm not canceling. Okay, so be it, right? So, because this is why I want to make sure our team really do an awesome job. And of
Right.
course, right, de-risk. It's a new software. I can talk all the next game, right? Is really work the way you said it's gonna be, right? So far, 6 months, 50 company later, we're not even one person, pull that one or even close to. So
So
that's about everything. Questions?
yeah, I'm just trying to find something. I forget what my break gauge bill is. I'm just thinking about what my net new spend is going to be. That's all, because I know there will be more, and I just can't remember how much I'm spending on break gauge.
Yeah.
I'll have to find it.
Yeah, it's on the right corner. Yeah, that's about the
Yeah.
we got the
So
highest have is $1,000, lowest have some 200 some dollars. Yeah,
a user is going to be pretty much all of my technicians plus myself, right?
yeah, because right now we don't have a whole lot for the. We do have an accounting package, right? We well, QuickBooks, right?
Uh-huh.
You could have the bots or the stuff. We have and if sales marketing, we don't have a whole lot for that. But as you can see, the philosophy is data
Mm-hmm.
driven, right? If you say there's the data, the sales, the marketing, back office,
Mm-hmm.
they need, you can use them. Or you say you're right now, I don't even have time for you guys. You just disable them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't need account to look at the reports, right? It just
They just
but if
need
they need,
accounts for the process automation.
yeah, the messaging and some of the report, if of course they're not going to receive the any message, right, the bots, if they're disabled, right, because we
Got it.
cannot send to them.
Yep. Yep.
And they might not be included in some of the report because we don't include the disabled user. Yeah,
I got you.
that's, yeah, and attendance, all that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So 20, let's say,
It's
let me
about
just, so
1,400. Yeah,
yeah.
if you go for this one, then
Mm-hmm.
it's about 1,000 for this one. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just need to talk to Brian about the price. I think you've built a fantastic product, a fantastic offering. You know,
Thank you.
whether or not our budget allows, I need to tell you that that's a fantastic offering. You can see the passion in not just the work product, but in how you speak about it, Daniel. And
Thank
so
you.
that definitely comes across. I remember back when I was in sales that people used to say to me, I found a better product somewhere, which I'm not saying that's the case with you, by the way. But they would say it to me, but they'd say, you know what, I want to buy from you. Like, because you can see the passion in how you
Right.
talk about what you're offering and all of those things. And you could tell that it's not just a sales thing. It's I really believe that this thing is fantastic and you really should look at it. And I get that
Yeah.
sense from you. I really needed to tell you that.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it's
No
open,
problem.
honest truth, right? I put
Yeah.
a lot of money and I'm working 100 hours a week.
You're
It's not
back to
because,
working 100 hours? You tried to get out of
yeah,
the 100 hours, I thought.
but I'm having a lot of fun, right? So
Yeah,
I'm not feel like, oh, okay, no, to be honest, okay, someday I'm like, oh man, this is a long day. But I'm living my dreams right now. It's
yeah,
like most of the top job, the only problem is I sometimes feel like, I don't have enough. I need more time, right?
right,
To work on it. It's just like so much opportunities. We can do this. We can improve that. All that stuff is
right.
open on. It's truly not about money. Otherwise, I will retire for 3 years, right? It was boring, honestly.
Yeah,
It's nice to binge watch Game of Thrones 3 times, RV trip for 8 weeks, right? It's
right.
awesome. But after a while, for me, I'm like, this is the boring.
So if
I
you
need to
don't mind
do
me
something.
asking, how old are you?
48.
Wow.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
48.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
But
Um,
this truly, I think, just echo you for the, I know you guys can talk about, right?
yeah.
So, but I think, from the other stuff, think about it, just the what the time we saved for the, your dispatcher is here in America, right? Or it's
Yes.
offshore.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's here in America. She works remote a lot, but yeah, no, she's American based.
Yeah,
We've
just
got
think
two
about the
offshore
eight.
technicians right now. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just think about the salary for her salary, 80%, even just for the next ticket, right?
Yeah.
We're not mentioning, all those trainings you could, the time you saved, the people not
Right.
looking at the problem. I say, I remember one of the, I love that word, right? Say, oh, the way we're using our baggage MSFO is a crime scene investigation, right? Assumption is really happened. It's a pretty bad. Then we say, who made the mistake, right?
Right.
And, okay, is you're the one guilty, right? So
Yeah.
unfortunately, at that time, whatever the consequences are already there, right? So I love that one. I should use it more. Was we want to turn out a crime scene investigation
Mm-hmm.
into a crime prevention, right? Game. And I think the productivity improvement, the
Mm-hmm.
reduce the time saving, productivity improvement. Our goal is say we should be easily proved, right? Whatever we charge is bring the 5, 10 times value, to the business and
Right.
give you back, especially your time, Brian's time, or your management time,
Mm-hmm.
right? At working on the business, then you can keep increase,
Yeah.
moving forward. So I was there, I stuck, right? I feel like all day long, I'm doing the same thing, right? Over and over. I don't have time to actually think about how can we double or triple again. I feel like huge resistance every single day, pulling me back, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully this will give you create a lot of a mini me. Hey, go mini me, do
Right.
all the job.
Let me
24
ask
7.
you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Daniel. No, yeah, no, I agree with you. The 10 bots per is that 10 bots per user? So am I to assume if I had 20 users, then we could build
200.
out 200 bots, 200
Yes.
individual bots, like
Yes.
one bot watching everybody's time entries, one bot
Yeah.
watching everybody's utilization, whatever it is. So
Right.
okay,
Right.
so I
Yeah.
think
Because
probably.
if you see this one here,
Uh-huh.
right? Each
Uh-huh.
of this, for example, is this overlap, right?
Uh-huh.
We don't allow the time entry overlap. This is
That's
considered
a bot.
one bot,
Okay.
right? But sometimes if you say, hey, this bot is notifying this people,
Mhm.
that bot is notifying the other people, then that's another bot. Right.
It is? Like if it so
No, no, no.
the
If the
same
same bot,
it's the same bot.
yeah,
Got it.
it's the
Okay.
same bot, right? It's one
Understood.
bot can to 20 people.
200 bots is a lot of bots, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh. So
So
yeah, it's really just the end of the day. There's three things: is the number of the integration,
uh-huh.
number of the bots, and well,
And the
there's
concierge and the
onboarding
onboarding,
and the
right.
concierge. Yeah,
So but
concierge is the main difference. One of the
yeah.
main difference.
And that 2 hours included, that's 2 hours period. So once I've engaged you 2 hours and you've worked with me, then it's not 2 hours a month, it's 2
The two
hours.
hours a month.
Oh, it is 2 hours a month.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise 2 hours is not enough. It's
Yeah,
a
I was
triple
gonna
creating
say,
one
yeah,
bot.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, 2 hours a month. Wow. Explain that I don't have to hire a data analyst anymore with that 2 hours a month.
I don't think this is enough. I'm more like talking about this one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because
All right.
typically, like you're the bright gauge admin, right?
Right.
So it's a very typical. Most time it's the owner, CTO, director of
Mhm.
IT, or senior engineer. One of those person are managing the bright gauge,
Right.
which of course that's not your full time job, right? And honestly, you're probably not as good as our data analyst,
I'm
right?
sure
Because
I'm not.
that's
Yeah,
all they
no.
do. That's
Right.
all they do every single day with the team of 20 people supporting them, right?
Mhm.
And the cost, hourly cost, right? The energy, the cost, and the skill set. but you are very good. All those people, they know what's going on. They know what needed, but
Right.
doing it, right? Managing manually, you create this one, why the data is not working. You check again, oh, missing this data, right? Oh, that one calculation is wrong. Why the color is not changing, right? Stuff like this. This is what we say,
I
the
got you.
unlimited part. You still
And
need
the
to
Go ahead. I'm
reason.
sorry. You still need to go ahead. I'm sorry.
You still needed to say define what you need, right?
Yeah. Okay. And month to month, you could. I'm not saying that every other month you flip, but
Right.
could you start with the startup and then move to the professional, or vice versa?
Yeah, so far, yes, right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, we just
It's
started
month to
building this
month.
plan.
Right.
Yeah, this plan was built before like a month ago, before the boot camp. So
Mm-hmm.
we're definitely tweaking this, right? And this is well, you get this price, but
Mm-hmm.
this price we increased 3 times last 4 months. Uh, yeah, it just we are putting some initially. We have a bugs
Yeah, I
issues
gotcha.
for testing it. We give them a low cost, right? Once we hit the number 15, we increase it. Number 30 clients, we increase, right? So
Yep.
so
No,
far
I get it.
it's the market, right? If
Yeah. No, it's
keep
capitalism.
on
So
right,
to that end, I wouldn't be doing part of what my job is if I didn't try to have this discussion that I'm about to have with you. But is there any I know that when Brian usually comes back from these boot camps, it's, hey, you sign up with us, let us know you found us at boot camp, we give you 10% off or whatever it happens to be. Are you doing anything like that or no?
yeah, we initially that's the free migration part, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
eventually we kind of like made it all same. But open honestly, right now we actually the bright gauge migration we have 8 weeks, about 9 weeks right now. This morning they said 9 weeks backlog because every week I get adding more people. They wanted to take this, and
Okay.
we have 4 people as a full time recruiting, right? So we can catch up. We even start an intern program. Say, hey, you want to be a data analyst? Join in,
Right.
because we kind of like using the bright gauge almost give them the training because it's kind of like a copycat,
Yeah, I
job.
gotcha.
You don't need
Uh-huh.
to use a whole lot of brain, but it still we cannot hire fast on the demand, right? So that's why our internally already talk about it. This is supply demand. If it's too much demand, we should increase the price,
Yeah.
right? There's a conversation there, but we do prioritize, right? Like this SLA, we
Mm-hmm.
prioritize the professional or any task, right?
Mm-hmm.
Prioritize that, but there's still a backlog, and every week when we have weekly meeting, that number just
Mm-hmm.
going higher because
Wow.
three, four bright gauge, two, three bright gauge every week added. We cannot finish them, in 2, 3 weeks. It's a lot of job, back and forth to
So am
make
I going
sure
to
it's
have
working.
any overlap of paying for Breakage and paying for MSP bots?
Yes.
Mm, okay. So
Yeah.
like
Well,
2 months, I'd be paying for both.
the professional, we try to prioritize, right? Another thing is that we started talking about, I don't know how many dashboard you're using,
Yeah.
right? Like I said earlier, or some company says, oh, it's literally just one dashboard. And we have another company, like it's literally we put 200 hours in it already, right?
Yeah.
They start like, hey, Daniel, we really should promise everything. And when it's free, people want everything, right? So
Yeah.
we kind of like, do you really need everything? If you look here, this is a ongoing project we're working on right now,
Hmm.
right? Are you guys using the QuickBooks online or
Yes.
desk
QuickBooks on premise.
on premise? Okay,
Yes.
so you say once you link it, we
Uh-huh.
pull over. This is your chart account, right? Each
Yep.
company is different, and we have this called standard templates.
Hmm.
Right. So you can just drag and drop, right? Different
Hmm.
ones create kind of like a second book per
Yep.
se, right? But the one we're working on with a couple of consulting company to create their standard reports,
Yeah.
right?
And one of them is Gary
So
Pica's. Yeah.
one of them, the true method. So we
Yep.
really wanted to create this true method user group, right? To benchmark, I show you this one because you early mentioned the utilization
Mm-hmm.
and late time entry, right? So this is
Mm-hmm.
the ability we can do, or which this is more like a demo. How the sense is 200 company it's slow. So we give you like this is a way more detailed utilization report, right? Here,
Mm-hmm.
see this one,
Yeah.
right? So tell you each individual person what's their utilization last 7 days, last
Uh-huh.
30 days,
Wow.
and all the charts, right? Each one every day for last 30 days. You can see weekend we have people working, right?
Right.
And hours. And more importantly, I really should have rebooted my computer. It's not moving. Uh, and more importantly, see this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's the average? What we have a 250 ConnectWise user, right?
Uh-huh. How do we rank
What
against the other guys?
exactly? What's
Yeah,
the
wow.
average?
Uh-huh.
What's the top percent? This is
And where are
weekly,
we?
last 16 weeks. Where are you, right?
Yeah,
So you can tell people to say, hey guys, we want to beat the top 20%. We don't want to be the 40%
that's right.
tile, right? So this is give you the visibility. So
That's
this is
awesome.
what we're working with a couple company,
Wow.
benchmarking those financial data, or like this is the utilization. With
Uh-huh.
this one is the late time entry, right? How you
Yeah.
doing?
We would suck
Basically,
there, I can tell you that. But anyway.
right. Basically, we say if there's a data, right, like this
Uh-huh.
late time entry, we say we did a merge with the
Mm-hmm.
other company, right? So this is the other company, and but yeah, where are you, right? We got these people. These are the people who very little late time entry, right? And we also have the people have lots of late time entry. So we give you all the detailed and they're more importantly, what's the ranking right here. So we have this full capability.
Wow.
The idea of this mapping is if you can map to the, for example, this is the standard true
Mm-hmm.
method, right? Well, then we can rank you against all the true method
And I don't have to run
users.
the numbers then, because even Brightgauge doesn't really give it to me the way that I need it. I've got to actually go in, calculate my revenue, plug it into Gary Pica's spreadsheet, take all the different items and plug them in. This, you just say these ledger
Ranking.
accounts on the left side equal
Yeah,
non-recurring revenue. These equal other recurring revenue. These equal MRR, yada, yada, yada. And then it's just going to
exactly.
give me the dashboard so that I could say to Brian, here's where we are.
Yeah, and that report can be limited, right? Typically, we have special financial,
Uh-huh.
permission. So
Yeah.
you and Brian only can
And that's
see
it.
that, or
That's,
maybe
yeah.
bookkeeper, right?
Right.
Typically, it's 3 people or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's another dashboard you can see. Only three
Right.
of you see, and the data is, by 15, the bookkeeper said, "Hey, book
Hmm.
closed." Then you can go in and look for the April number, right?
Okay.
It's all
Right.
automatic,
And
all automatically.
yeah, the only other metrics I try to track that would be like my leverage numbers. So my all services revenue divided by the total number of employees. That's a Gary Pica thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
where he says you're
so
supposed to be
as
able.
long as
Go ahead.
same thing, right? If you have a
Mhm.
QuickBooks API, right,
Uh-huh.
then we can get it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I
Oh,
did that
I'm
was bonus stuff. Go ahead.
sorry. I just realized I have
You're
another
way late
place
probably.
I need to go. Yeah, yeah, supposed to an hour, right? That's what I mean.
So,
Um,
well, we had fun and I learned a lot and I'm going to go talk to Brian. I mean, again, I can't tell you enough. You've built a tremendous offering and you do it tremendous justice.
awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
I
Daniel.
have to bounce right now, but I'll
Yep.
send you an email later. I'll send you this recording and the price list, all that stuff. Then,
Okay.
we can see what's the next step. Okay.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank
All right.
you.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Yes. Bye bye.